everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Crafting with Courtney on W.N.T.E. Today, we're talking about social media and its impact on mental health, something almost all of us navigate daily, whether we like it or not. So to explore this, I had the privilege of observing social media use at Mansfield University. I also spoke with 3 different people about their experiences, how they use social media, how it affects them, what stepping away taught them, and what the future might hold. So to start us off, I asked our first guest a few basic questions about using social media. Do you have social media accounts?
Yeah, I use Facebook to stay connected to family and friends.
Great. Do you feel that your Facebook feed impacts your mental health? And if so, is it a positive or a negative impact?
I think it's both. I follow a German Shepherd page that cheers me up and makes me happy. I love the family photos and seeing people doing well. The negativity of politics, people complaining and spreading their personal business, drains me mentally. I usually just scroll past them.
So is it fair to say that social media is like a double-edged sword for you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, hey, thanks for taking some time out to chat with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Our conversation highlighted some of the impact social media has on mental health. It seems there's a fine line between the positive interactions we crave and the negative influences that lurk on our feeds. So our second guest shared their experiences with taking a deliberate break from social media. We discussed his observations during the break and how things went when he returned to the digital noise. Have you ever taken a deliberate break from social media?
Yeah.
So what motivated you to step away?
There was a whole lot of negativity going on in life, and I definitely felt like social media was contributing heavily to that.
Okay, I understand. So during that break, did you notice any changes in your mood or your stress level, maybe like your daily habits?
Yeah, I felt a lot better because I wasn't surrounded by things that I couldn't control that were actively upsetting me, and things that ultimately didn't really impact me.
Yeah, that makes sense. So when you returned to social media, did you approach it differently? Did it feel easy to fall into the same old patterns? And was your algorithm set up differently this time?
I don't think my algorithm was any different, but I definitely approached it with a different mindset to hide the things that bothered me, so that way it learned eventually to not show me the things that I don't like.
Wow, that's great. Well, hey, thanks for taking the time out to speak to me today.
No problem.
So it seems after removing yourself from social media, your algorithm picks up right where you left off. So this means if you're looking for a fresh start, you'll need to set boundaries and actively work to keep your feed scrolling in the positive direction. Finally, I asked our third guest to think about where social media is headed and what people can do to protect themselves mentally. How do you see social media affecting mental health over the next 10 years?
I would like to see it get better. Unfortunately, I really don't see it moving in that way. It's with the negativity of social media and how people are perceived online, it creates that stigma where I don't foresee it getting better. I feel like it's going to decline over time.
Okay. What changes would you like to see in how platforms are handling mental health conversations?
Yeah, I feel right now, the openness of social media is getting much better with mental health awareness, and I feel like it's a good step in the right direction. I feel like it really needs to work harder on eliminating the stigmas that are around social media, or not social media, around mental health in social media. I don't foresee them going away anytime soon. I feel like that's still something that's always going to be there. But I feel like working towards that goal of not normalizing it, but helping when you can help.
Right, I agree. And what advice would you give to listeners trying to protect their mental health while still being online?
One of the biggest things I would say is try to stay guarded as best you can, and don't take everything to heart, especially from people you don't know. You don't know what's going on in their life, just like they don't know what's going on in your life. They could be having a bad day and lashing out, and then you could be having a bad day when they lash out. It's unfortunately one of those situations where you don't know both sides of that table. So it's your best thing you could do is, if you do want to stay online, is just to be guarded and to try and keep yourself secure without closing yourself off completely.
That's really great advice. Thank you for taking the time out to speak with me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I feel he touches on some fears many of us feel when we look at what the future holds for social media and its impact on mental health. But some great advice, staying guarded and remembering to give some grace. What really stood out to me from all these conversations is that social media isn't inherently good or bad, but it is powerful. And with that power comes responsibility, both from the platforms themselves and from us as users. Being mindful, setting boundaries, and checking in with ourselves can make all the difference. So thanks for listening, and until next time, take care of yourself, both online and offline.